So a couple of things about Portland is, here's some of the things. Here's, what did we see in our trip? I feel like I'm, talking about my summer vacation. What did I do on my summer vacation? I don't get out of town much, so spending a couple of days out of town in another city was fun. First of all, they have a lot of different rail options in the city. They have streetcars and light rail, as well as regional rail. And it seems like you can't walk more than a block or two downtown without crossing a rail track, which is interesting. They put the rail right in the rights of way. So we have a high-capacity transit system that, for the most part, we've gone for separated rights of way to connect our major urban centers. Over the long term, the goal is, Tacoma, Everett, Bellevue, Seattle, and beyond, in the case of going east. Whereas in Portland, they put it right in the right of way, and it's a little bit more of a neighborhood emphasis on their MAX system. It provides great coverage downtown. You can see it. You don't have to guess where the station is. It's right on the surface. The station area treatments they've done on the street are just fabulous. Their major corridor, what they call the mall, they've done really nice streetscape investments, so it's clean, well-lit, attractive. I have to say it compares very favorably to, looks a lot better than our 3rd Avenue, which is our major transit corridor, and gives us some ideas about things we might be able to do in the future to make that work better. They also have a streetcar line that they've gradually expanded. The streetcar, their MAX system is run by TriMet, which also runs their bus system. Their streetcar system came actually from their business community. They wanted a more local circulator, and TriMet didn't want anything to do with the streetcar, we were informed, but they managed to get it up and running, and now TriMet's interested in maybe having more to do with it. TriMet actually runs the streetcar system, but the financing and development was more community-driven, and their streetcar system is expanding, and they're also talking about something they would call fast streetcar. As they extend it, there are portions of it in which they won't have frequent stops. Instead, it'll go a little faster over longer distances, and then it'll reach another area where it'll have closer stops. So their MAX stops are about 2 miles apart. Their streetcar stops are a lot closer than that, half mile or less between stops. So it becomes a real walking extender for people downtown. Now, one of the things that was I really enjoyed is our director, Peter Hahn, gave us all a map, and I think we've given you a copy of it. And what he did was he took a map of Portland, which has shows the maps of their lines on it, and he superimposed on that map to the exact same scale Seattle neighborhood names. So, for example, if you look at the yellow line, which runs from their downtown, and he superimposed downtown Seattle over it, it runs down the right-of-way of their Highway 99, which is not quite as crowded as our Highway 99. It's I-5 was built very close to their 99, and a lot of the traffic on their 99 went away. And it extends out to, about the distance to Crown Hill, as it turns out. And in fact, their 99 bears a lot of resemblance to our 15th Avenue Northeast, just as as you looked at how it was built. They built it for $350 million from downtown to the end of the line, and it's helping revitalize business districts there. I think what we saw in Portland was that there's more than one type of rail. Rail comes in different flavors, and we have a flavor, a couple of flavors here. We have the South Lake Union streetcar. We're going to have another streetcar from Pioneer Square to Capitol Hill, and we have Sound Transit. But their MAX line, makes some different choices than we've made in either of those two lines. In terms of using existing right-of-way, which saves them money. And they've also made different choices in terms of being willing to run lines right through downtown. So that doesn't, you may say, does this mean we're going to do X, Y, or Z in Seattle? That's why we have the Transit Master Plan, which is underway. But I think it was just a really good opportunity for the city council members and myself and other community members to see how another city has done it, and how by being dedicated to do it, they can really start making a difference and build out a network that connects neighborhoods pretty effectively.